Right, let's get started. Welcome everyone to the Flyte Community Sync. Today is April 4th. I'm David Espejo. I'm an open source developer advocate at Union AI and happy to be your host today. A couple of important reminders. First of all, this meeting is being recorded and the recording will be posted to the Flyte's YouTube channel. And second thing is the Flyte is an AI and data foundation project. So this meeting and mostly all the communication channels from this project fall into their code of conduct. So feel safe. Everyone will be nice to each other here. All right. Yeah, I've been posting link to the notes in the agenda in the chat. I will post it in additional time for folks who are joining. Feel free to add yourself to attend this list there. And next thing, it's probably not exactly in the agenda, but I would like to do it right away. And it's to welcome new faces. So if this is your first time attending this meeting, probably for some of you, it is. We'd like to briefly introduce yourself. Tell us a bit about yourself. I don't know. I see some new names here, so we'd like to start.
So I did make an announcement. There's a couple Freenome folks on board. I think I see like 5, just a heads up.
Okay, that's great. Welcome everyone from the Freenome team. Cool. Thank you, Greg. Anyone else? Like to unmute? If not, it's totally cool. All right. So next thing, well, some updates. I think next slide, please. This is one of my favorite parts of the month, where we get to recognize the humans who make Flyte, the Flyte community great. The Contributor of the Month initiative aims to provide some recognition in the form of swag and public shout out to community members helping in different ways. And this month, we start with Martin de Jong. He's been helping answering questions to other users on Slack, which is awesome for many reasons. This is a good example that there are many ways to contribute to an open source project in general and to Flyte in particular, not only maybe pushing code or documentation, etc., but just helping each other, helping other users. That's the whole idea of a community. And we really appreciate Martin for doing this. Next up, Greg Gidash, who's also a presenter today. He's been working on some Pydantic integration. Probably you will be able to share a bit about this and what it means to users. And also, finally, no other than Mr. Byron Su. You've been very active in the contributor community, discussing and implementing the config overrides proposal and some really important backend work. So thank you, Byron, and thanks in general to all the top contributors from this month. You all are great. And we hope you and your swag. Right, next thing, we'll have several events this month, starting with our presents are PyCon. Shivay and Goraf will be presenting a poster on Union ML at PyCon. So I don't know if Shivay, you wanted to briefly describe what's the goal of the poster and what attendees will learn here. I think I saw you. Yeah.
Yeah. Hi. So super excited to be presenting at PyCon US this year. So we'll be having a poster presentation. So poster presentations are a bit different than the regular talks. So the main event dates will be from 21st to 23rd of this month, and 21st and 22nd will be the regular talks. And on 23rd, with the career fair, there is a separate presentation where we'll be presenting the poster live. The poster will also be live for the rest of the days as well, but we'll be presenting specifically, and people can come up, attendees can come and discuss with us regarding the presentation. So what we want to primarily showcase with this presentation is the use cases for Union ML as a tool that helps you to not only make it easy for developing microservices with the help of for machine learning microservices, but also at the same time, how easy it is to actually integrate this and deploy with various solutions like Bento ML, or for that matter, like deploying it with S3 buckets, but also providing an entire ecosystem of machine learning tools that can be integrated. So whether it's choosing the type of machine learning model, whether it's like a TensorFlow model or a Scikit learning model, or for that matter, using any of the different type of databases. So super excited to be presenting at PyCon. So with me, it's Gaurav. I'm not sure if he's there on this call, but he's actually a high school student. So he's super talented, just 17 years of age, and already very involved with machine learning and Python. So super excited to be presenting at PyCon. And I'm not sure if it is there in the other presentation, but I will also be presenting a tutorial on Union ML itself at PyData Seattle. So that immediately follows PyCon. That will be on 26th of this month. And that would be at the Redmond Microsoft office. So they have a PyData Seattle conference taking place. So it's a hour-long tutorial on Union ML.
Wow. Thank you, Shivay. That's great. Yeah, I don't think we have it just here, so feel free to share it in the events channel, maybe. Sounds
Sure,
really interesting. Yeah, for if you're not familiar, Union ML is an open source project maintained by some of the Flyte maintainers, and it's developed on top of Flyte. So it's relevant for this community. And yeah, thanks to Shivay and Gaurav for spreading the word. Awesome. Thanks. Next up, now that you mentioned PyData, it's basically it's a Flyte takeover at PyData. There will be, apart from the Union ML tutorial, there will be a couple of Flyte talks from core Flyte maintainers. Starting with a talk from Eduardo. I don't know if Eduardo, you wanted to give a brief overview of what this talk is all about. It was this tutorial, I think.
Of course, yeah. As you said, this is going to be a tutorial. I plan to cover a large portion of the Flyte API, with a real example. Still TBD, but I'm thinking, something along the lines of like showing how to maybe do fine-tuning of an LLM. Show up there if you're interested, if you're curious.
Awesome. Thank you. Yeah, if you plan to attend, just let us know. Most of us will be, we're planning to be there, so it'll be great to connect. That's great. Yeah, there are so many things happening this month that are already in the Flyte public calendar. If you are subscribed to the mailing list, you already have access to the calendar. All these events are just there. So if you just import the calendar, you will have reminders, etc. for these events. Links and resources. This is all about the, next slide, please. The office hours. Again, a reminder, you can schedule some time with Flyte maintainers to receive guidance and support with your questions using Calendly with the available slots. You can see there on Wednesdays. And finally, I think the next session will happen on April 18th with two team members from Stripe presenting also their journey with Flyte. So again, keep your eyes on the newsletter to be out this week, hopefully. And yeah, thank you all for attending. See you in the next one.